Welcome to SourceCAD. Let's be honest. If you are designing bold architectural forms or conceptual models in Revit, you need your massing game to be on point. But here's the twist. What if you could take those raw conceptual shapes and turn them into fully visualized architectural environments? Straight into Lumion? Well, in this video, Paul is walking you through the entire pipeline from a blank Revit template to a beautiful Lumion visualization. You'll see how to set up a model template and build a solid massing framework, create walls, floors, and roof based on your mass structure, use voids for subtractive modeling, add a grid system for better control, and finally, bring everything into Lumion for a seamless, visual rich presentation. Now, this is how you go from sketch model to wow factor using tools that you already have. So let's jump in.
In this video, I'll be taking you through how to master Revit massing tools from scratch, even if you're a complete beginner. By the end of this tutorial, you'll be creating professional conceptual designs like a pro. And not only that, I have a bonus where I'll be linking our massing model using Lumion, and we're going to be seeing the same thing within our Lumion program, and you will be seeing the stunning representation that we have done within Revit. So having that said, let's get started. So to start off, inside Revit, and in this case you're using Revit 2025, you can just start your model by clicking on New and specifying the architectural template. So if you don't understand how all these other templates are used, kindly check our video which I've linked down on how to start up your new Revit design. So after it has opened, the next thing that we'll do, we'll save. So just Control S, and I can just save it anywhere within my laptop. So I'll just click on source code, then just give the name, then click on options, then change this backup options to maximum 1, then just click on save, and just like that, our model is now saved. So let's get started to it. So creating our complex shapes is quite simple. We're going to be starting from the create tab, and I'm going to start with my reference line. So I'll check on that, and we're going to be using line for this case. So my first point here, making sure that it's straight or it's at 90. Then my second line from that point to this other point. After that's done, it's just a matter of hitting escape. And from this draw panel, we're going to find this point element. So I'll click on this option once, place my first point element, my second point element, then hit an escape. For my that point element, I'll just simply make sure I select only the point element. Then I'll just make a copy of it using this draw line. So I'll draw a line, imaginary line from this center point, and just like that, now we have our 3 points here. And I want to create a new copy for this specific one, and I'll do that by just going to my elevation. So on the elevation, I'm going to activate my east elevation, or another preferred elevation. I believe my north elevation will be better for this one. Yes. And I'll just make a copy from here. And to do that is quite simple. All that I have to do is just click on copy. Then I'll just simply click from this specific point here, and then I want to target, let's say, something like 2000 mm or 2 meters, and also on this other end. So I'll hit on escape, then select on this specific point element again, then just simply hit on copy. So I'll just click on copy from this specific base point, while my distance being negative 2000, or I can just simply click like that. After that's done, it's just a matter of placing it how I want. So I can clearly see that I have 2 arrows here, but I can use this specific icon just to move it within my area of axis that I am comfortable with. So I can just, let's say, move it this direction or move it up and down, but I just want to use this specific item just to come up with something that I am comfortable with, something like this. And then once that's done, it's just a matter of eyeballing it. So this is just a matter of eyeballing it, just making sure that we have something of the sort. It's not a must that for it to be perfectly aligned, but just something like this will be satisfactory. And after that, it's just a matter of selecting our point elements. So I'll select on the first, the second, then on the third. Then I'll just simply use this option, which is spline through points. I'll check on that. And just like that, we'll have this line created, which is basically a model line, but I want it to be a reference line. So how do we do that? Just simply select on this line, and from these properties, we'll have this option of is reference line. So I'll check on that. Then I'll just move it within here, and you can clearly see that it's now green. So let's do the same for these other ones as well. So I have just to open my full selection window, just making sure that these 3 items are selected first, the third, and the last. Then just check on this, then check on that, and just like that, finished. So if it refuses sometimes, you just have to repeat the first, the second, and the third, then using this option, then checking that. Just like that, it's already finished. So that's simply how we do it. And for us to add more control points, we can just use the same point element. So I'll just simply select the first and the third here, and then the last one here. Then I'll just open my full dash window selection, use the same command here, and making sure that it's a reference line. After that's done, it's just a matter of selecting these items or these lines here, and I can change my normalization curvature parameter over here by just let's say going to the value of 0.19 or something of the sort. And if I move it within here, we can clearly see that you can now be able to adjust certain parameters that you want. But for this case, let's just go with 0.94 and making sure that everything else is like that. If I want to edit more options, I can just open my dash selection window, go to filter, making sure that only my reference points are selected, and I can now change all of them at once. So let's say I want to go with 0.12. I can just move my cursor and all of them will be changed automatically at once. And if I was just to change my measurement from beginning to end, it's just going to take 1 minus the previous number that we had to adapt it here. But let's just go with from the end as 0.12, move my cursor here, and just like that, that is what we have here. And let's just copy this, whatever that we have here. So I'll just create my full selection window, create my mirror point, so from this point to this other point, and we can clearly see that we have the same item on this other end. And that's simply how we do it. And if I wanted just to create the same copy on this other end, all I had to do is just to do my dash selection window. So I'll make sure that everything else is selected here. Let's say apart from these 2 points that we have on the line here. So I can just simply zoom in slightly. So I want from this point and then all these are the points here. And it's just a matter of seeing the specific view that we can use for our placement. Actually, I think level 0 is better. Then I'll just click on this point here to this other point here. And just like that, now we have our points. So it's just a matter of selecting what we have. So I'll just make sure I select everything here. Then I'm going to use my shift key to deselect the items that I don't want. So I don't want this item to be selected, the center reference line, but all these are the items we can be able to create a copy. Then I'll make sure to use level 0 just for my draw axis. So from this point to this other point here, and just like that, we have already created our lines again. So if we wanted now to create our roof, it's still quite simple. And even for this point here, we can even edit it within this area. So I can either opt to go up and everything else is going to be updated accordingly. So let's also connect these 3. So I'll just make sure all these 3 are selected like that. I'll go to spline selection. Then I'll just simply go to reference line, and just like that, all of them will be selected. Let's do the same for this at the end as well. I'll make sure everything is selected. Spline through points, reference line, making sure that everything is selected as we can clearly see. And remember, if you're not satisfied, let's say with the height, you can always just select this, eyeball it, then just edit it or just change it or place it to this specific level that we have within our drawing. So that's the good thing about our Revit software. We have so much control within this specific area. After that's done, it's just a matter of creating our roof. And to do that, it's quite simple. I'll just simply use this command and I'm going to create a copy. So I'll just go to, let's say, the north elevation. So this is the best view. I'll click on copy. So my copy will be from this point, let's say to around that point. Then I'll hit an escape. Then I'll just select this control point again. Then I'll copy from this point here, let's say up to that point. And then we want a central point here. And to do that, we just need to have, let's say, a reference line. And to do that, you can just click on reference, and then I can create a new one actually. So let's click on plane. And all I have to do is, let's say, get to this center point. So I'll click that point, click on this to give it a code of RF for roof, then click on away. And then I'll just simply click on this specific point here. Or let's say I'll eyeball this area here and RF1. Then I'll just place my control point. So I'll click on this point here, click on roof, RF1, then click on, let's say, a specific area that I want. And then all I have to do is just select one of the items that we have here, then click on copy. So I'll click on copy from the center to this specific area here. then all I have to do is just simply move it. So I'll click on that. Then I can, in accordance to that reference, I can just input my value being 0. And in my 3D, I can just visualize how things look like. And to me, I am satisfied. It's just a matter of connecting them. So I'll select my first point here, then my second point, and then my last point here, then use this option, then making sure that it's a reference line as well. So that's simply how we do it. And it's just a matter of now connecting to the existing points that we have. So first, second one here, then the third one can be this one here. Then all I have to do is just use the same command like that. So my first point, my second, and my third point here, then I'll use this option here. So the last one that we need to create is on this other end for our roof, let's say around a point here, or a copy for this specific point. And the best place to create it, it's either on the north or in the east side. So I believe here, it's on the east side. So I'll just simply zoom in slightly, create a copy from here. So I'll click on copy, then I'll just simply place it around there. Then I'll just, let's say, move it slightly up like that. And also for this at the end as well. So I'll just make sure that this one is selected. And this one is actually matching up to this specific point, as well as this previous one or that other one on that other end, making sure that everything is okay. After that's done, it's just a matter of creating a copy. So I'll click on, so I'll just create my dash window here, then click on copy. Then after that's done, I'll just eyeball my area, let's say to 600, something of the sort. And once that's done, it's just a matter of connecting them. I'll select this point here, this next point here, and this last point here. And if I just click on this option here, just like that, we have this specific curvature that has been created, and I want it to be a reference line as well. So now let's do it for this at the end as well. So all I have to do is just simply select on this specific control point that we have created for a roof, this one here. Then I'll orbit, holding down my control, select that one, hold down control, select that one, then click on this option, and then click on reference line. So after that's done, it's just a matter of connecting what we have here. So I'll just simply click on that, then click on that, then click on spline, then click on reference line. And also this one on this at the end as well. So I'll simply click on what we have created. So this point here and this point here, and then I'll just simply click on this option, then click on reference line, and just like that, now it's done. And moreover, you can always create a subcategory from here just by clicking on this drop down, click on new subcategory, give it a name, let's say roof. We want to focus on roof. Then I'll just click on OK, and then I can give it a specific color, let's say red, click on OK, click on OK, so as to differentiate the ones that you already have. So I'll select on that option, and also this one, holding down my control, so as to change this specific subcategory to roof, so that even in viewing, it's going to be easier just to understand what's the roof and what is the other section. So even this one as well should be under roof. So after that, it's just a matter of creating our voids. And to do that, all that you have to do is just click on this curve. So that's the first curve, the second curve, the third curve. Then under this option, create form, I'll click on solid. Just like that. Now we have that solid created. Let's do this for this other end. I'll click on that, then I'll just go to the same option, solid, done. So for a roof, if we try to select what we have here, so we have this line here, this other line here, it's been selected everything. And even if we try to create a specific solid item, it's going to refuse, or it's going to give us a very weird shape here, which we do not want. So how do we go about this? It's very simple. I'll just simply select on this specific line that we have here, then tap select to make sure that only this is selected. I'm going to remove it as a reference line. We're going to have this warning, then I'll just simply delete it. And also for this one as well. So tab select this one, making sure that it's removed as a reference line, then just clicking on OK on this warning, then just deleting it. So I'll make sure that I create a copy of this specific point, and I'll look for it within this specific view. Then I'll click on copy. Let's say from this point here up to around a point here, I'll hit on escape, then I'll select it, and I'll use this arrow key just to make sure that it's placed within that area. And within my 3D, I can clearly see that I have it here. So I'll select my first point, then the second point, then the third point, then using the same option here, using reference line, I'll just make sure that it's selected like that. If I was to tab select on this specific reference line and also this one, then go to create option by solid, you can clearly see that now we have half of our roof already created. So let's do it on this other end as well. And to do that, I'll first undo. So what I'll do, I'll make sure that I select this control point that we have here. And within my specific level 0, I'll make sure that I create a mirror. So from this point to this other end, and just like that, we have it mirrored. So I'll make sure that I deselect everything. Then I'll select my first point, then my second point, then my third point, holding down my control, using this option, then making sure that it's a reference line as well. Then all I have to do is tab select this first item, then select the second, then select the third, then just simply go to create form using void, and just like that, now we have this specific roof created within place. After that's done, it's just a matter of clicking on finish mask, and we can clearly see that we have this specific shape within our project. And this is level 0. And if we was to open level 1, you can clearly see how things are looking like. So how do we proceed by placing our walls? It's quite simple. Still under massing and site, all that you have to do is just go to walls. If you go to roof, you don't have an option of selecting by face. If you go, let's say, to topo solid, you don't have the same option of selecting by face, but you have this option for walls in Revit currently. So if I'll just go to pick faces, I'll go with this option, then I can create my specific generic wall. So I'll click on edit type, click on duplicate. So I'll go with, let's say, something like SC, then I'll click on OK, then I'll go to edit. So inside here, for the finish, I want it to be gypsum. So I'll click on this ellipse here just to bring in my specific library. So I'll search for gypsum wallboard, click on OK, and I want it just to have a thickness of, let's say, 5 for now. And also this one as well, I'll just click on gypsum. I'll select this option, click on OK, making sure that it's just 5. Then I'll click on OK. Then I'll just click on OK. After that's done, it's just a matter of placement. So I'll select on this option once. Then I'll just select on this wall here. You can clearly see that it has been placed, and also this one. And for now, I'm just going with either. So it can be finished face exterior so that it's placed on the exterior side. And for our roof, how do we place it? It's still quite simple. All that I have to do is just create a specific custom roof that is a wall, because if I try to place roof, we have no option of selecting this face. So I'll just go to wall, and my wall is going to be my roof for now. So I'll click on edit type, duplicate. I'm going to call it SC, let's say roof. Then I'll click on OK. I'll go to edit types. I want to go away with all these options. I want to just be left with the core. And this core, I'll just change the material, let's say, to glass. And I'll go with, let's say, this glass option here. Click on OK. Then I'll go with a thickness of, let's say, 50. Then I'll click on OK. Then I'll just simply click on OK. Then I'll just select this specific area, and just like that, now we have our glass. And once that's done, I'll just simply hit on escape, and it's just a matter of placing our floor. So within level 0, I'll just click on level 0. I'll go to architecture. I'll go to floor, and we can now place our floor by picking lines. So I can pick on that line and also on this specific line here. So sometimes it's easy to select, sometimes it's a bit hard. After that, I'll just click on finish. And just like that, now we have our floor selected here, and I can even offset it. So I'll select this and offset it from 0, let's say, by distance of, let's say, 1500, so that we have something of the sort, something like this. And I can just change this, let's say, to realistic, so that we have a good visual on how things look like. So it looks something like this. I can move my levels outside. So I'll select everything, check on none, check on levels, click on OK. Then I'll make sure to right click over this area to maximize my 3D extents so that my levels are all the way out. And to place our grid system is quite simple. All that we have to do is to navigate to the architecture tab, and you'll find our grid system here. So I'll select this option once, and I'll just select on this specific item. So once selected, it's just a matter of editing our options here. So I'll go to edit types. So I can create a duplicate. Let's say I go with SC roof millions, something of the sort. Then I'll click on OK. So it's now a matter of defining this specific item that we have. So I'll go with none here. Then under this area, I want to go with a maximum spacing of, let's say, 2500. And that's for grid 1. So let's do the same thing for grid 2, maximum spacing, the same distance. And I can specify now my millions, my interior type. I can go with, let's say, the big one, circular millions. And for the border, I'll go with the V corner millions. And let's do the same for all these other ones as well. So also this one, let's go with circular, and this one, let's go with the V. It's just a matter of selecting these options that we have here. Then I'll click on OK. And then after that, I'll just simply click on Create System. And just like that, our system will be created. So I'll just hit on Escape, just orbit a bit, just making sure that everything looks okay. And to me, I am satisfied with what we have. So this is how we just simply create this complex item. So we have complex mass walls and our complex roof here and our complex floor system. So everything looks really good within our project. And how do we take it now to Lumion? So for my case, I have Lumion 12.5 loaded or installed. I'll just simply run it, and then I'll run my direct integration to Lumion. So once Lumion is loaded, it's just a matter of creating a new project. So I'll click on new. I can specify my working environment. So I can go to suburban environment. So I'll click on this option once. It's just a matter of loading it within Lumion. So once our project environment is loaded within Lumion, it's just a matter of bringing it in within this specific area. So I'll just simply jump back to our Revit software. So inside here, it's just a matter of going now to this integration that I already have here. I'll click on Start Live Sync. So it's just now exporting it within Lumion. And just like that, it is already brought in. So we can clearly see this is a project that we have been working on. And if I move in here, we can just simply see this is exactly what we have brought in from Revit. And if I'm not satisfied with any of the items, I can always edit in Revit, and it's going to be updated within Lumion in real time. So that's simply how we do it. And it's quite easy for you to work your way around and come up with even more complex shapes and items or even objects within your specific project.
And there you have it, from concept massing in Revit to a visual ready model in Lumion. Now, this workflow is powerful, especially if you are pitching ideas or exploring design options that need to look great fast. If you are just getting started with Revit, or if massing has always felt a bit abstract, we have got something for you. Check out our Revit Architecture Essentials course, it's completely free to join. You'll learn Revit from the ground up, including modeling, annotation, and presentation. And when you finish, you'll get a certificate of completion. The link is right there in the description and pinned comment. And yes, if you want us to cover more Revit to Lumion workflows or deep dives into massing techniques or any other topic for that matter, just drop your ideas in the comments and it might become our next video. See you in the next one. Take care.